Why do people share their story and journey to maybe Christianity or life generally? You know, there are some people in this life that believe that God can never use them because of how they've lived their life or because of their history. And God most times, or almost all the times, allow people who have gone through weird or crazy journeys share their story so that you also know that if He has used them, He is more than willing to use you if you submit yourself to Him. And you don't have to criticize yourself, you don't have to flog yourself over that. I know for sure that anyone who's coming out to say their story now and not going through that thing presently, there's a period of a secret place that you don't get to see. Most people don't talk about that period, but you will go through that period with God for anyone to be able to come out to, talk about God the way they talk about it. I've seen prostitute, I've seen occultic, I've seen gang members, they come out and they proclaim Jesus and they say it unapologetically, and they say it with so much conviction. So God takes you through a process, and that process, maybe some people say it, some people don't really like talking about that process of them and God wanting them to share their story now. Paul in the Bible that we're reading his works had quite a rough journey, and if God would not use any sinner right now, God would not have used him. Everyone's life and journey in life is different. There's some pastors you never see them talk about their past, and that's okay. Personally, I feel that before you talk about your past, and be ready with what comes after it. And most people who talk about their past are no longer there, first of all, and I don't think they feel any kind of way when they go back, because I don't feel any kind of way when I tell my story and I go back. I don't feel any kind of way. I feel happy that I'm able to share my journey and my story with one or two people out there to know that, okay, even in your confused or this sinful state right now, if you submit yourself under the leadership of God and the Holy Spirit, He's still going to use you and use you. John was different, Peter was different, Paul was a different human being, and today we're all reading his works today. And so, yeah, share your story by all means if you have to. You're not compelled to share. I would say that there was a particular phase in my life I was going through. That particular phase, I didn't know whom to speak to, I didn't know whom to call, but God in His mercy channeled me to specific people that were speaking my situation. What you're going through now, you're not the first that will go through it. You're probably not going to be the last that will go through it. So don't feel that maybe other people are not just sharing their stories, and that's okay if they're not ready to share it. But don't feel some kind of way if you share your story that, oh, you don't belong to anyone. It's not everyone that will listen to you. If God has called you, God has also called people, has channeled people to you that will listen to you. I remember that phase of my life I really, really needed. And, I listened to one or two or three or four people share that same particular thing I was going through, and I was like, wow. And that really helped me in that phase, because I felt as I was running mad. I felt something was wrong with me. I felt it was not normal, but it's okay to share your story. It's also okay not to share your story if you're not ready to share that story, but it should come from you. Don't feel compelled to, but don't also feel shy for people who share their stories, because it's their stories. It doesn't matter how you perceive it. You don't have to like it. You don't have to be okay with what they're sharing. If they're being led by the Spirit of God to share it to somebody, it means that someone out there needs that story to hear it, to get encouraged, to be like, okay, if God did this for this person, God is still going to do. So what God is asking me to do at this point is not insane. It means He's leading me to do it. So share your story by all means if you have to. And I hope this helps someone today. My name is Jessica Kaju. God bless you. This is the Light of the Nation. Bye-bye.